Why? Why? Why would you take something that's perfect? Why would you take what many describe as the best 3 weeks of the year and water it down with additional games that absolutely no one is asking for? Headline at Front Office Sports: NCAA nears decision to expand March Madness. Next month, the NCAA could finalize a decision that would expand March Madness to 76 teams. And I'm just struggling to understand why. What is one of the biggest complaints right now in the NFL? The delusion of scarcity. Uncle Roger is watering down the product by expanding the regular season. He has damn near destroyed NFL Red Zone, which I believe is one of the most valuable assets in the league, at least from a fan's perspective. Roger Goodell has destroyed NFL Red Zone by scheduling NFL games damn near every day of the week. This same thing happened to professional wrestling back in the late 90s. Both the WWF and WCW, they were the number one shows on cable on Monday nights. Nearly 10 million people were watching wrestling every week on Monday night. And what did they do? They decide to expand. They added additional shows. I think it was on Thursday or Friday nights. A couple of years later, WCW is out of business, and the WWF has never come close to matching the size of the audience that they had in the late 90s. Greed is destroying sports. The market is becoming oversaturated. I don't seem to remember anyone asking for March Madness to be expanded. But as it turns out, there is one group asking for expansion, and the NCAA, they're going to give it to them. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Imagine my surprise when I found out that CBS is one of the driving forces pushing for the expansion of March Madness. Now, from their perspective, not hard to figure out why. Their current broadcast deal with the NCAA runs through 2032, which means CBS wouldn't have to pay for the additional 8 games a year that the NCAA would be providing. For CBS, the revenue generated during those broadcasts would basically be 100% profit, minus, of course, the expenses to broadcast the game. This isn't about what the fans want. This isn't about increasing the quality of the product. Matter of fact, they are diluting the quality of the product to make more money. It would be one thing if there were 76 highly competitive teams in the country. I still wouldn't want March Madness to be expanded, but at least they could justify it. One of the biggest complaints this year during the earlier rounds of the tournament, the lack of upsets, the lack of Cinderella teams. Now, me personally, I don't want to see George Mason in the Sweet 16. I don't want to see Wiener Tech in the Final Four. But some fans enjoy seeing upsets, especially in the earlier rounds of the tournament. In the last couple of years, Cinderella teams have damn near become extinct. Why? Because NIL is making it impossible for them to compete. Financially, mid-major programs, they have absolutely no chance of competing with power schools for players. In the past, schools like VCU, they could get lucky and land good players because VCU would give them the opportunity to start immediately. Today, Duke, they can pay a kid a few $100,000 to come off the bench. To make matters even worse, the NCAA is also looking to expand the women's tournament since, they have to abide by the illusion of equity. We can't give the men's 76 teams without giving the exact same thing to the ladies. Have you seen the women's tournament? 95, maybe even closer to 99% of the games are unwatchable. Teams are losing by 60, 70 points. Hell, South Carolina, I don't think they played a competitive game until they got their ass kicked in the national championship. They shouldn't be expanding the women's tournament. They should be looking to contract it. There should be less teams, not more. If the NCAA approves the expansion of March Madness, they're going to sell it publicly as a benefit to the fans. We are doing this for our loyal fan base. We're thinking about you. But this has nothing to do with fans. It has everything to do with greed. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.